Hey, good day, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. Right now, I am currently driving through the town of Wilkinson, Indiana. The population of this town is 373 people. Population density is 1,963 people. And this town is only 39 minutes outside of Indianapolis, 26 minutes outside of Anderson, Indiana, 22 minutes outside of Newcastle. So if you need to get to a bigger town or smaller city or the metro, you can get to any of those type of places within 40 minutes. And that's the good part about this town of Wilkinson, Indiana. Now, I wish I can tell you people that the cost of living here is low, but, and I guess depending on where you come from, the cost of living here might be low. However, I would say in comparison to all the other smaller towns I have driven through and done videos on, the cost of living here is going to be a little more expensive than other towns I've driven through. The average house price out here is $139, is $139,000. The average housing price out here is $139,000, which, in the scheme of things, it's not bad. It's definitely much lower than the national average, but in comparison to other smaller communities that I have done videos on, it's definitely not the cheapest. Now once again, I've never been through this small town before. I've driven by it several times, but I've never been through it. This is one of those small towns that, for once, I'm actually taking the time to drive through it. See, this is what I was talking about on my other video when I was discussing about taking life one day at a time and taking a moment to sit down and evaluate your life and determine what it is in life that makes you happy, how you want to live the rest of your life as a result of what makes you happy. This is one of the things I'm talking about. Because sometimes in life, you think you got it all figured out. You think you know it all. And you really don't. There's opportunities out here to be had that you didn't even realize that were available to you. because you never took the time to look into any of them. Because see, a lot of us, we tend to live life on the beaten path. So therefore, we don't bother to take the time to get off the beaten path, if you will. And a lot of times, true happiness is not going to be found when you're living life on the beaten path. A lot of times you have to get off the beaten path and create your own path. And in the creation of your own path is where you're going to find true happiness in many cases. And sometimes occupationally, as I have figured out, as far as your traditional occupations that many people work, I know for myself, none of those occupations are for me. When I look at how I want to live my life, I want to travel. I want to be able to take off and go wherever I want to go. Like during the winter, I would like to be somewhere warm, like preferably Arizona. And then come the early spring, like around March or April, I would like to come home to Indiana. And then maybe a month or two during the heat of the summer, I would like to go somewhere up north, like travel the northwest, like go back up to the Dakotas, go visit Washington State, Oregon, Idaho. Utah, Colorado. Wyoming. There's just so many places that I would like to go to, make some videos about them, spend some time in those areas, have a little bit of fun. And I know if I stay working 9 to 5, I'm not going to get to do a lot of that. As where if I get off the beaten path and I create my own path, eventually I will get to do all that. I'll even be able to take that lifestyle and turn it into a full-time income for myself. As I was discussing on my other video when I was talking about creating my, when I was talking about growing my channel. See, that's the reason why I say that many of your traditional occupations are not for me. Because most occupations I mean, most employers are going to require you to stay put in one place all year round. Most jobs, especially jobs that pay decent, they're not going to take too well for me to be like, okay, you know, come December or January, I'm going to quit my job because I want to go somewhere down south for the winter. And I do this every year. I mean, maybe the first time around, they might, okay, whatever. But after that, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to be deemed to not be a reliable employee. They're not going to want to keep on hiring me back every time I try to get my job back. Eventually, they're going to be like, hey, sorry, we replaced you, and I'm going to be out of luck. I mean, unfortunately, that's how it goes with many of your jobs out here, especially the ones that pay better. They're not going to really take to for me to quit that job and go out here and travel and do whatever it is I want to do. See, that's the reason why I tell you younger folks, I mean, you know, don't allow your job to determine who you are. I mean, your job is means of an income. Your job does not determine who you are as a person. So don't allow your job to determine your person. Don't allow society to brainwash you into thinking because you work a certain job or you don't work a certain job, you're either going to be more or less of a person. I mean, we all have to get out here at some point in our adult life and decide how we want to live our life, run the numbers, determine what exactly has to be done for us to realize however we want to live our life, and just get out here and do it and make it happen. I mean, as far as this town I'm driving through right now, Wilkinson, Indiana, I mean, like I said, the population is only 300 and some people. There's really not a whole lot to talk about in terms of this town. I mean, once again, this is a little small town. I mean, most of the areas seem fairly clean. I mean, this is just another typical Indiana small town. And I'm pretty sure as housing around this area comes up on the market for sale, people buy them as quick as they pop up on the market. And I'm pretty sure some of these properties has been in the family forever. So I'm pretty sure you got a lot of old money out here, to where a lot of your real estate out here has been in the family and it stays in the family. It goes, many of these houses, I'm pretty sure, goes from one generation to the next. Okay, people, I'm gonna drive down the road here and we're gonna go through another small town. I mean, I've pretty much showed you guys everything that this town has to offer. I mean, the population here is less than 400 people, so there's really not a whole lot to record about this town. I mean, and one thing which I found out is on this phone, I'm only able to record a half-hour video at a time. Now, I don't know if I have to set the phone to where it will do longer than a half hour or not. I probably do. So for now, I'm gonna just keep my videos at a half hour or less. That way I don't get cut off. So I will see everybody on the next video. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a blessed one.